deplane these 4 passengers, which is 24A, 15C, 19D, and 21E, immediately due to disagreement offer to deplane.
Oh, okay. So can I know what's the flight number?
The flight number is 3411 from Chicago to Louisville.
Chicago to Louisville. Alright, sure. Sir, sorry to disturb you, but I'm ordered to remove you from this plane. Sir, I'm ordered to remove you from this plane. Sir, I'm ordered for you to remove you from this plane. Sir, I'm ordered to remove you from this plane.
Yes, I'm aware of the offer and I already declined it.
Oh, no. I'm being ordered for you to remove you immediately as soon as possible.
No. I have to meet my patient tomorrow. It is urgent. Okay? So, don't disturb.
But this is on the IAP, so I'm sorry. Okay, so based on the role play that we have done, we are demonstrating the crisis happening in United Airlines Flight 3411. So, SYAFIQ, where are we for today?
So, we are gonna get in and do some research and analysis. Let's go.
Okay, so for the research and analysis part, we are going to analyze the critical aspect of the challenge, to be precise, the crisis faced by United Airlines. So the first critical aspect is deplaning passengers without mutual agreement. Based on the research from William L. Benoit, it states that United Airlines need to substitute 4 of their flight crew members with another 4 passengers who have already paid, and they offered with them travel vouchers, accommodation, and so on. But however, these 4 passengers refused. So there is no any mutual agreement between United Airlines and the passenger. However, United Airlines insists on calling upon Chicago security to deplane all these 4 passengers on the boarding flight. And however, David Dow, as an unlucky passenger, he got physically removed from his seat, and that led to the crucial video for this crisis. So, based on this research, we can say that there is no mutual agreement between the 4 passengers and also United Airlines. However, United Airlines just choose to deplane all these passengers just for their own good, even though it was disagreed by the passengers. This proved that United Airlines didn't take good care of their customer service and also well-being. As for the second critical aspect of this challenge is the public relation management by United Airlines. By meaning public relation management, I'm going to highlighting on the press release and the press conference made by United Airlines. So the spokesperson basically is the CEO called Oscar Munoz. What did he say? Based on this research, he initially tried to downplay all of this situation. Rather than apologizing for his company's attitude and behavior, he demonstrated Dow as a bad person and demonstrating as him being aggressive during the deplaning process. So this is quite unethical because Munoz apologized to all the other passengers except for Dow. Okay, so it creates more problem because when the CEO addressed the main issue in a non-proper way, Dow was clearly the one suffering from the issue, and Oscar Munoz still insists on not apologizing to Dow, instead treating him as a bad person. So from this is a very unethical way of addressing an issue to the victim and the public.
So the third critical aspect is minority discrimination, which can be seen to demonstrate how United Airlines discriminated against Asian passengers, which are considered as the minority in the US, by forcibly ejecting them from the aircraft. And the last one and the fourth critical aspect is unjust customer service, which we can see that United Airlines said that they will give the deplaned passengers vouchers and accommodation fees if they are willing to not board the plane, but turn back on their words before the victims to make their decisions. And that is all about the critical aspects. Now, we are going to interview one of the flight attendants, Lisa, about this crisis. So let's go.
Kalau untuk staff, dia memang dah ada seat untuk staff. Macam pramugari yang bertugas, dia takkan duduk seat passenger tu. Dia ada seat dia yang dekat depan, kalau perasan yang kursi kecil dengan yang belakang kursi kecil. Itu adalah seat dia. Yang kalau fully book, dia takkan ada passenger kena tarik. Tapi kalau overbook, yes. Sebab semua syarikat penerbangan, kita ada buat overbook flight. Overbook flight tu biasalah untuk marketing dia orang. Dalam sehari tu akan ada satu flight yang dia orang akan overbookkan. So, yang tu dikira macam sampai cepat dia dapat. Orang kata semua passenger dah turn up untuk check in. Contoh Asia ada 180 passenger. So, dia overbookkan kepada 186. Okay. So, kalau 180 orang passenger turn up untuk check in sebelum counter close, tiba-tiba datang orang ke 81-86 tu. Kalau dekat sini lah, kalau dekat sini sebab balai berlepas dekat. So, kita akan suruh tunggu dekat depan sana, dekat depan balai berlepas. Kalau kata ada penumpang tak naik, tak boarding, dan kita akan ambil on the spot lah. Tapi kalau kata semua passenger all boarded, dan ada option yang diberi lah, sama ada hotel dan tukar ke next arrival.
So other than critical aspect, there is also some contributing factors for this crisis. The first factor is poor communication skill. Oscar Munoz didn't use the right words when apologizing. At first, he blamed Dawood as belligerent and also disruptive, which shows that he is demonstrating a poor communication skill in terms of customer service. As for the second factor is underestimating the severity of the crisis, which we can call it as ST generalization. United Airlines did not understand the seriousness of this crisis. Based on BKK20703, Dawood's injury included a concussion, a broken nose, and 2 lost teeth. So this is a serious issue.
The third contributing factor is racism. It shows that the United Airlines forcefully kicked out their passengers from the airplane with clear discrimination shown towards Asian people. There are several factors passengers can be detained, and racism is certainly not so good, as it's notoriously known for being the world's most racist country, which undoubtedly be the reason why the bad action displayed by the workers towards the minority. Alright, so the last one and the fourth contributing factors is prioritizing violence over kindness. Aside from racism, act of violence portrayed by the workers of the United Airlines to force the passengers to depart was considered the only way possible. Now we have done with the contributing factors, it's time to move on to the implication of the crisis. So now let's go.
So what are the implications of this crisis? Basically, United Airlines brand name got affected, their reputation got tarnished. But how? I'm going to explain to you in terms of reputation index, whereas their stock dropped in 1.13%. Meanwhile, 2.5% from their pre-market trade dropped drastically.
The CEO of United Airlines, Oscar Munoz's promotion was delayed for 3 years, and the worst case of all, ex-President Donald J. Trump criticized the corporation for their bad behavior.
Based on a research by Shen 2017, the shares of United stock dropped at 1.4 billion. First things first that I want to criticize is the way that Oscar Munoz apologized. Okay, so based on the research itself, it says that Oscar Munoz has a poor communication skill when apologizing. Okay, and this is not only an opinion from me, but from a crisis communication expert called Richard Levy. You can see to the video. Treat the victim of this crisis properly because customer's care came before everything's first. Okay, so what United Airlines should do is United Airlines should follow the Crisis Communication Plan, CCP. But what is CCP? CCP acts as the blueprint for the company in terms of crisis, as they can respond immediately and effectively. And the key word here is communication. Oscar Munoz failed on his communication skill when dealing with the media. Okay, so for the plans, it's just simple. There are only 6 steps. First one is plan for the crisis. Second one, identify a crisis communication team. You have to build a team. Third, nominate a spokesperson. Nominate one person that you think is the best when dealing with the media. Number 4, provide training to the spokesperson. Make sure that this spokesperson have enough training because he's going to deal with the media after this. Number 5, identify the stakeholders. It can be internal stakeholders or external stakeholders. You need to identify all of that first. And the last one is create holding statements, because from your statements, it will state on how you as a company deal with the crisis. So I think that is the important strategy need to have done by United Airlines.
I think the second thing that we should criticize is racism treatment among the minorities. So we know that based on the interview we have done earlier, passengers cannot be removed from the aircraft to give space to flight attendees in the event of overbooking.
Yep.
So instead of choosing a human method, United Airlines unjustly deplaned Asian passengers without any apparent reason. So the presumption of racism occurred due to 4 Asian passengers are told to not board their plane, which cannot be a coincidence.
Yes.
So the strategy is, if I were an employer of United Airlines, I would revise back ethics in the company, which can be seen in how our workers act, speak and respond. So the United Airlines done this because they are affected by the law, but affected by the society. That's
True.
why their reputation is tarnished and so on. So revalue the system back in the company to consider what is truly right and what is wrong, and what is meant to be persecuted and what is not. So this is the smartest way to handle the criticism.
That's all for our video. Thank you for
Thank you.
watching.